More and more videos about Zania Monet have been popping up for me lately. For anyone who still hasn't seen this news, it's an AI project, fully generated songs, and a fully generated personality. And she got signed to a real label for $3 million. And of course, since most people put in the bare minimum of effort when gathering info, I also want to tell you about this, because things here aren't as simple as they seem. By the way, this news was actually from back in September, but people only started talking about it now, in November. I'll explain why later. First, about the $3 million that's written into the contract. Sounds great to some people, but not all that money goes to the person generating everything. When a real person signs with a label, those $3 million are not clean money in hand. That includes funds allocated for promotion, for shooting music videos, for recording, and for a bunch of other things. Basically, that's the budget for everything, and the musician ends up getting about 10% on average. In the case of this AI, Zania Monet, of course some expenses differ, but when it comes to promotion, if that's part of the contract, there's no difference. Promoting a human or promoting an AI performer costs the same. Recording, yes, is probably cheaper. Anyway, you get it. From those $3 million, the creator of this AI girl may have gotten less than $1 million total. And the one who created her is Talisha Nikki Jones from a small town of 40,000 people, Olive Branch, Mississippi, and she's doing all of this through Suno. You don't even need to know how to sing anymore. You can generate your own performer and sign a $3 million contract. By the way, even ChatGPT told me she's a performer without a real-life prototype, which I can't verify, but I do know that at least Denisha Carter doesn't think so. She's already gone to lawyers, and here's why people only started talking about her now and not in September. On November 1st, she entered Billboard, number 30 in the adult R&B radio chart. And this isn't even the main chart, which is also important because Billboard is a magazine. When someone says the chart, everyone immediately thinks of the Billboard chart, but they have tons of different charts, with someone at number 1, someone at number 100 or number 200. The most important one is the Billboard Hot 100, and no AI performers have made it there yet. Why is Billboard the most recognizable and not Rolling Stone, for example? Because it was Billboard that invented ranking songs and making charts, which is why their top is so popular. Back in 1913, they were calling up stores and asking which records were being bought more often, and later they switched to counting physical sales. And about the money again, $3 million is not a lot. And I'm sure the label also wanted publicity when they signed this performer. They wanted those mentions so that people like me here would talk about it. Should we view this negatively? Of course not, if it's done with soul by someone who, for example, doesn't want to show their face or sing themselves like Daft Punk did. And of course, it is bad when it turns into AI slop. And unfortunately, slop is what we'll be seeing the most. Be more conscious of what you listen to and watch. See you tomorrow.